sign to start. Cadets?
No, sir.
So today, the topic we are to discuss today is post order. I discovered that most lapses that we have as a security operative is that we don't know what post order is. According to this training manual here, post order is a backbone of security operation. That whatever, all the activities that you are allowed to conduct, to do in your location, it depends on your post order. Therefore, what is post order? Post order is an operational agreement laid down that regulates the entire security activity in a particular location. So in a place, in your location, a place you are out to work, there must be post order. There must be an arrangement, an agreement between your company and the client. What the client wants you to do. Are you there for access control only, or to monitor the entire place? Are you there to open door as a gate man, or you are there to checkmate all the activities in that place? So those things that put in place, that the company, that is your company and the client, come together to sit down and write and agree for you to do there, is the post order. So therefore, as you oppose to any location, anywhere you are working, make sure you know the post order of that particular location. The post order of Walmart is different from Brains and Hammer. The way you work here is different from any other place. So post order, it varies according to location. So post order, it varies according to location. Don't misput it. Don't mistake it. The way you work in Mr. A house might be different from the way you work in Mr. B's house. Because the post order of Mr. A house is different from Mr. B. So immediately you are deployed to any location, as you get there, ask your head guard or the supervisor, sir, I want to know the post order of this place. And it's a written document. It will be handed over to you. In some post order, you may see that any vehicle, before you enter this estate, the boot must be searched. You must open your boot. Anything 10 o'clock, don't allow heavy equipment, that is heavy vehicle, long vehicle, to enter this estate. It's a post order. Don't allow our children to move out of this place without our consent when we are not around. It's a post order. So all those things that are being put in place and written, you make sure you work accordingly. Don't add and don't minus. Because the post order is the backbone of security. It guides you, it acts you, it directs you, it gives you what to do. It shows you what to do. And if you are a person that you obey your post order, believe me, you'll be in a place working till you tire and you're ready to leave. You will not have any lapses. So therefore, as a security operative, as you are prepared to be deployed from now henceforth, when you are out there, ask of your post order. Know what the post order is. Read it. If any word there that you don't understand, ask. Because what your boss, your oga, or your client want you to do, that is what you are expected to do. Do not add and don't minus. Because the post order is operational agreement. It monitored from A to Z of all the activity, how to discharge your duty, how many people to be in a location, the time you resume your duty, the time you close, the visitors that are allowed to enter, how do you control your access, how people sign in and out. All those things are captured in the post order. And in a location where there is no post order, you need to raise alarm. Because that is where we always have conflict between the clients and our operation. In the absence of post order, you'll be in the dark. You don't know what to do. They'll keep blaming you. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do this. The error has gone. The post order defines all this. when you have your post order, it means we are not expect any mistake to be done anymore. We can't accommodate it because anything being written down and placed, you must work accordingly. You must work according to the post order. So therefore, as my able cadets, if you anything that you don't understand, my class is always interactive. Anything that you don't understand, you ask. And anything I don't know, and you know it, you bring out the suggestion, you can claim it too. So any question about yes, good, a smart and intelligent question. Smart and intelligent question. Yes, it is an open secret that after the agreement, after the written agreement between the client and the company, yet the client go ahead and give you extra work to do. As a security, you are not allowed to wash car. You are not allowed to go and mop anybody's house. You are not allowed to go and cook for someone because that is not your job. It cannot be captured in any post order. So therefore, if you see that the client or your boss is going beyond post order, what you need to do, you can't just go out directly and be a rebellion today. No. You have a control room, you have supervisor, you have operation manager. Then take your complaint to them. Sir, on my post order, there's no place that say I should wash car. But in this place, I must wash all the car here every day.
Okay, stop.
So, any question then? Okay, you ask.
My question is that what of if a visitor came to a house and you call your boss that Benjamin is waiting for your answer, and you told me that you should tell him that you do not know him, So what, as for you as a security, what response can you give to a suspect, a visitor?
A very, very intelligent question. Sit down. Yes, your boss is the controller of that place. He's the owner of the place. If the visitor comes to your boss and you go to a boss or you call your boss, but make sure don't call your boss in presence of visitor. You must go to your security post or go somewhere remote and talk to your boss. But when your boss say he doesn't want to see Benjamin, immediately you go back to Benjamin, tell Benjamin your boss is not around. Because what your boss say, if you go and tell Benjamin direct, then you are not a security man. You must apply intelligence. Sir, my boss is not around. That is your response.
Thank you for this lesson so far, sir. My question is directed at the post order.
Yes.
Maybe you're posted to an already existing location.
Yes.
And probably you get there and maybe as you're just coming, you would want to be calm and follow the due process. So probably maybe you walk up to your supervisor and you request for a post order. For the fact that the bit has already been existing, you feel like, I cannot give you this post order, there's no post order, but just go a bit or something like that. You understand?
Yes.
What should you do in such acts?
Question. Yes, your supervisor or your head guy could be aggressive or out of point at any time, but two wrong cannot make a right. When you ask for post order and they deny to give you the post order, after the supervisor or the head guy, you still have somebody that is bigger than them, which is patrol supervisor or operation manager. Then you pick up the CUG, your phone, and you make a call. Sir, I was deployed to this place, I asked for post order and I was denied to give him post order. I don't know how to do my job, please help. And it's for the operation manager to ask, don't behave stupid, just follow the due process. We are in the closing section. Now, any other question?
No, sir.
Okay, in absence of any other question, I hereby declare this session closed. Until next week Monday, you know next week Monday will be your graduation day. You come back early as 6:30. You are to be here. We'll conduct parade and I will graduate you. Immediately you graduated and you will be deployed to different locations that you discharge your duty. But remember that whatever you do there, it comes back to me. Don't disgrace me. Behave the way you are instructed. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye.